Hi guys, here we are, MMA UK News. Obviously myself, Stoomboy, as always, MMA UK BJJ show. So talking about SGI9, SGI9 is going to be at the usual place, Maryhill Community Halls. That's going to be Saturday, the 11th of December, so next month, just a couple of weeks out now. So fantastic card from start to finish. We've got a lot of singles matches on there, some very, very evenly matched fights on there, and then obviously going to be headlined by that Four Nations. So the Four Nations going to be Team Scotland, Team Ireland, Team Wales, and as obviously the guys at Carlson Gracie are pointing out, Team North of England. So obviously a team from the north of England, so Team England. So it's going to be a fantastic event from start to finish. Again, tickets, I keep stressing this, or I can't stress this enough. Tickets are only available from the Eventbrite page. And the reason for that, in Scotland, obviously, it's quite a strict policy in regards to track and trace from the council. So make sure you do get your tickets from the Scottish Grappling page and go on to Eventbrite and get the tickets directly from there. If you turn up on the night expecting to get in, you will be sent packing. So, as I say, the singles matches are going to be on. Obviously, my next guest, James Procter of Carlson Gracie Hull. Again, I've been telling everybody about these Carlson Gracie guys, and we're going to find out next month. As I said, I've been, everybody knows, obviously, I'm quite a very, very big fan of these guys. Big fan of Owen and obviously all the guys that's coming with them. So definitely looking forward to seeing these guys coming up. So James is going to be up against Fraser Clark. Fraser's of Ronin Grappling under Giles Garcia. So again, it's going to be a great matchup. And definitely one that you guys definitely do not want to miss. So, James, listen, absolute pleasure to have you on, buddy. How you doing?
Good to be on. Thanks for having me, mate.
Oh, listen, absolute pleasure. As I said, I always say that any of you Carlson Gracie guys, I love chatting to you guys because you come in with a different competition mindset than a lot of people. I mean, you guys are coming in to kill people, to absolutely put on a show for the fans and everybody watching.
Yeah. Well, we just come out, do what we get taught by Owen, and all we know.
Yeah. And then what about training for you? Now that we're officially back training, we've obviously been up and running for a few months now. I mean, how's everything going for you training-wise?
Well, I was quite lucky because during lockdown, me and a lad from the gym kitted out his conservatory. He's the most decorated blue belt in East Yorkshire. So to have my chance to train with him was an absolute pleasure.
Nice. So obviously you did get some training in then. Were you training throughout, obviously the two of you, throughout the full lockdown, or was there any time that you didn't get to train at all?
Yeah, pretty much. We just did his conservatory every day. We didn't have much space. We just did instructionals, went through Tom de Blast, Craig Jones, all the DVDs.
Yeah. Did you take advantage of some of these? Because I know BJJ fanatics put a lot up throughout the lockdown, some of the free stuff. Did you take advantage of some of the free stuff?
Being from Hull, we've got short hands and deep pockets. Full advantage of anything that was free. Yeah, absolutely.
Nice. I know that we got a few, because I think it was Tom de Blast had a couple up. Bernardo Faria as well. He had a few DVDs up as well, which were free of charge. So, listen, I'm from Scotland, mate. We love a bargain. We love free shit as well, mate. So, so I know where you're coming from. And then, what about you? I mean, obviously, in regards to obviously training at Carlson Gracie, have you always been at Carlson Gracie, or have you trained anywhere else?
I started off the same place as Danny Walker. So we trained together at different gym in Hull. Owen came across, started teaching us judo, and then he decided to start his own place, and we followed him.
Yeah. And then what about the Carlson Gracie? I mean, Carlson Gracie, I mean, I always say this. I mean, I've fought a couple of Carlson Gracie guys in competitions in the past, and I mean, these were the toughest guys that I'd ever fought. And you always knew anytime you see a Carlson Gracie guy in your division or you're up against them, I said I always knew I was in for a fight. I always knew it was going to be a tough matchup, and it was going to be a difficult matchup to do. So, I mean, is that something obviously for you guys that's important for you to let people know, look, we're tough matches, we're coming for the win?
Yeah, Owen kind of instills that in us. It's like even if you go out there, you don't win, but you put everything on the line, and you just put in a performance. That's all that's expected from everyone in the gym. It's not let's go out there and have a tactic to win. Let's go out there and have a tactic to just have a row.
Yeah. Definitely, and that's what I love. I'd say I definitely love that about you guys. I'd say that, and especially Owen. I mean, coming from Owen's out there doing it, and then it kind of filters down to you guys. Obviously, having Owen out there doing it all the time himself, leading by example, so to say.
Yeah, it's like in the gym, you'll start getting hit by subs on Owen. Owen will start hitting you with something different, and you'll get hit with it for 2 or 3 weeks. And then he starts teaching you it, and you're like, so that's the reason why he was practicing on it. And then he goes to competition, and he does them exact techniques. Yeah. What he's done in competition, that's exactly what we've trained him from day one. Everyone, them pressure passing, takedowns, everything. We train the same.
Yeah. And I said, it's absolutely brilliant. As I always love you guys. As I said, I loved it when Owen came up, and obviously last time, and obviously looking forward to seeing all you guys. As there's quite a few of you guys on the show as well, which is going to be great to see. Obviously, all coming with similar styles, maybe not similar, but different styles in a way. But again, up against obviously some good guys in Scotland. So yeah, listen, I'm buzzing to see you guys, and I'm buzzing for everybody else to see you guys as well, because I've been talking about you guys for fucking weeks now, and I said nobody seems to be listening, but you guys are going to come and show them all next month.
Well, actions speak louder than words, so we'll see what happens in December.
Definitely. And then what about the matchup then? So how did you find out, obviously, you were going to be on the show?
Owen sent me a message and just said, if you're free the 11th of December, I've got this match for you. So I snapped it up, obviously. The way that we train and that I'm ready to do a competition tomorrow. I'm ready to do a competition in January. Don't matter when.
Yeah.
Like, we train the same the whole year. We just maybe take 2 or 3 days prior. Don't spar as much and get ready for the weekend. So, are you free this day? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And what about your boy, the guy you're up against, Fraser Clark? Again, I probably know the answer because all you guys are saying the same thing, but do you know much about him other than maybe what you've seen on the internet, or are you just more focused on what you're going to do yourself?
Any match I've ever had, I've never Googled the lad before. So we just go out there. I mean, we only know one way. It's not going to change if he's got a different style. I'm just going to go out there and try and do my own. If my own style's not good enough that day, get back in the gym and get working on it again.
Yeah. I said I kind of knew the answer because I said every single one of you guys saying the same thing. Like, we don't give a fuck who's standing in front of us. As I said, we'll take on anybody at any time. And as I said again, that mindset that you guys have is, I mean, I love that shit, mate. Absolutely love it. So no Googling anybody coming out of Carlson, Gracie at all. So these guys should be Googling you, though. These guys should be Googling you guys because, as I say, they don't know what's coming. They do not know what's coming. And then what about you then going forward? So, I mean, obviously 2021 coming to an end. Maybe not be the best of starts to the year, obviously with lockdown and stuff like that. But now that we're now starting to get in the swing of competitions and stuff like that, I mean, what are we going to see from you next year then, James?
I'm just going to try and get on as many shows as I can. If I get re-invited onto the Scottish invitation, I'll do this one again. I've done a couple of the Declan super fights. So I'll be back on that one again. And then just regional comps anywhere I can get to. Your BJJ 24/7s, All-Stars, Empires, do as many of them as I can this year.
Yeah. And then what about you? And again, I probably know the answer because all you guys have been saying the same thing. What you, gi or no gi? What do you prefer?
Started off no gi, and he ain't ever changed. But I do love the judo, like the way that Owen teaches the judo. Obviously, he's knowledge in it.
Yeah,
there's 100% no one betting in the area to learn off. Probably never man in the country. Do you know, like the judo? I love doing the judo and no gi for me.
Yeah. And then obviously got a comment coming in here. The king of wrist locks, does James have any advice for dealing with injuries?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. There's one surefire way. It's ibuprofen cream. You just got to blather yourself in it.
Yeah.
We have a big tub in the gym, like a big bath, and we just fill it up with ibuprofen cream and get ourselves rubbed in it. No one in Carlson is ever injured.
Right. Nice. So definitely do that, guys.
Yeah, the king of wrist locks is also the most decorated blue belt in East Yorkshire as well. Give him a shout out early.
Definitely. So we'll look forward to hopefully seeing him in the future as well. So, so definitely we'll keep an eye out for him. And then what about competitions? So again, I asked everybody this. So obviously everybody's got their own preference to what type of competitions they like. So do you prefer the tournament style? So obviously fighting for points and stuff like that, or are you more of the submission only? What was your preference?
Do you know what I think would be best is if, like, you know, when you get like grappling industries where it's round robins and everyone's guaranteed 4 or 5 matches no matter what.
Yeah.
I think having one of those sub only would be perfect. The points, like Sam said earlier on about, you get bored watching it. Especially in the, I think it's more prominent in the gi. It's slow, it's boring in the gi.
Yeah.
Someone gets mount, someone gets side control, can take people 3, 4, 5 minutes just to try and get out of that one position.
Yeah.
But as well as sub only, going there just for one match. I mean, everyone wants a bit more than that, don't they? So
yeah, definitely. So round robin. I mean, round robin's a good thing. As I say, that I know that grappling industries, when they started doing it, and a lot of other competitions are now doing it as well, especially the tournament style, where you're going to be guaranteed at least a couple of fights anyway. So 2 or 3 fights, which is always great. I mean, I've turned up at comps and I've had 1 person in the division. Some comps I've maybe had 2 or 3, 4 people in the division, and I've turned up and fucking nobody's there. It's just me, and I'm thinking, so it can be ridiculous. But yeah, something like that, round robin, definitely worthwhile. So anybody that's watching, any submission only guys, that's a great idea. Definitely get that involved. So and then
on that idea as well.
So James said it first. So and then what about you then? Obviously, you've been in the game for obviously a good bit. So anybody you want to shout out to? So any kind of friends, family members, teammates, things like that.
Owen and Joe, obviously, for what they've created and all the gym they've set up, it's fantastic. Jace Broadhead as well, the coach who Danny was talking about, the leg lock coach on a Thursday morning. Give a shout out to him. Dan Pinchbeck, the key coach. Everyone down at Carlson's.
Nice. And if you missed anybody out, you guys know who you are. You definitely know who you are. So guys, there we go then. We've got James Procter, Carlson, Gracie, Hull, going to be up against Fraser Clark of Ronin Grappling. So it's going to be Saturday the 11th of December. Maryhill Community Halls. Again, make sure you get your tickets before the event, because it plans on being a sellout. And make sure you get your tickets from Eventbrite, because you will not get a ticket on the door like we normally do, purely because of track and trace being a council run building. So I'd say Carlson, Gracie are coming, guys. I've been talking about this since obviously before Owen came on the last one. So these guys are coming. And the thing is as well, James, I mean, I think I spoke to Jonah about this, and like, so Owen, everybody knew what Owen was coming to do, but they couldn't stop him. And obviously all you guys are the same. I mean, everybody knows what you guys are coming to do, but it's up to them to try and stop you guys.
Yeah. I guess it's the same with anyone who's got a dominant style in their sport. Like, if you've got a solution for us, then well done. If not, we'll game. It's as simple as that.
Definitely. Listen, I absolutely love you guys at Carlson, Gracie Hall. So absolutely buzzing to see you up. So listen, absolute pleasure today, James. Listen, train safe. Obviously, stay safe for the rest of the time, and we'll see you next month, buddy. All right.
Nice one. Cheers, mate. Thanks for having me.
All right. Take it easy, buddy.
Cheers, mate. Bye.